there, my name is Jasmine Sky, and I'm here today with the start of my first NaNoWriMo vlog of the year, which is very exciting. I am going to attempt to do a lot of nano vlogs this year, like multiple a week, I think. We'll see how that works because doing all that editing and uploading while also attempting to do nano is not so easy, but I think it'll be fun. So this is the first one, and I'm very excited for my project this year. If you have not seen it already, I talked a little bit about it in my Story Ideas AuthorTube tag, which I'll link down below. This year I'm writing a sapphic adult desert fantasy novel, which is gonna be an adventure in multiple senses of that word. This is my first time, hopefully, writing an entire draft of an adult fantasy. I have attempted to write adult fantasy before, and I always get stuck at the beginning because while I have successfully completed YA novels before, they tend to have a different scope and plot pacing. Here's to hoping that I have leveled up enough in my writing skill that I can get it written. This adult desert fantasy that I'm going to try to write this nano, I tried to write 2 years ago, so I actually had 3 chapters of it written already. And I went through those 3 chapters as I was putting together sort of my new plot outline and new character sheets and stuff like that. And I only ended up keeping the first scene of that old version. But I think the first scene is still gonna need some editing. I have it up here. It's not included in my NaNoWriMo count, so we're starting at 0, but technically I already have 1,581 words of the novel here, and that might go up or down slightly as I edit this first scene, and then I'm gonna pull a little bit from what I had written before with my old versions of the first chapter for this version of the first chapter, but starting with chapter 2, like what I had written for chapters 2 and 3 previously don't work at all anymore with my new plot outline. And even chapter 1, like there's significant changes. So I'm gonna do a lot of new writing as I do chapter 1 again. So that's my explanation why it's gonna seem like I'm moving a little fast today in terms of word count, because I will be pulling paragraphs from this attempt of this novel I wrote 2 years ago, but it's still gonna be a lot of new writing. But because I have a little bit to fall back on, my goal for today is to finish chapter 1, which is probably gonna be another like 3,000 words. So it's gonna be pretty intense, but it's a Sunday and I have the time. It's about 11:30 a.m. and I am hoping to just get ahead at the start of nano, because it's, you know, we always have the most energy at the beginning of the month, right? So yeah, I'm gonna get my playlist started and I'm gonna light a candle. I just have to decide what scent I want to associate with this novel, and then we'll get started today. It's a few hours later now, and I didn't write fully for the few hours. I like took a lunch break and took the dog for a long walk and all that stuff, but it is now 2:30 and I wrote 1,396 words so far with just a couple paragraphs copied over from my old draft, so most of it was new. My chapter is coming up on 3,000 words. It's 2,977 words. So I've got about 1,000, 1,500-ish words left of the chapter, I think. But right now is Texas Teen Book Festival online, and I wanted to watch the session, the 2:30 session, which is Once Upon a Time, a remix, which has the authors of Hood, Legendborn, and The Magic Fish talking, and I think it'll be fun. And I am gonna put that on and hear what they have to say for the next 45 minutes. And then I have to head over to my dad's house for an early dinner game afternoon. So I am gonna stop here with my writing and then I will come back this evening and I will finish this chapter.
We have Jenny Elder-Moat. Jenny writes YA. Hey, Jenny. Jenny writes YA to capture the shining infinity of youth, the thing we're always trying to hold on to. Something that is very true in fairy tales as well. And the book she's going to talk about today, her debut novel, is Hood. We also have Tracy Dunn. You may have guessed this if you've read Legendborn, which is the book she'll be talking about today. And our last author here today is Trong Lee Win. He is here to discuss The Magic Fish, which is his debut graphic novel. I'm really excited to have this conversation. Welcome all.
So it is now late on Sunday. It is 8:30 p.m. It's not really that late, but it's later. 8:30 p.m. and I just finished chapter 1 of my adult desert fantasy, which is real exciting. I'm feeling good about it. Like I really think I weaved in what I had before with like all the new stuff I needed. So my full chapter / manuscript word count right now is 5,304 words, but those first 1,500 words I already had from yesterday, so we're not going to count those anymore. So my nano word count is 3,723 words, which is exciting. And again, like I said, maybe like 500 words of those were pulled from a previous draft, so that's like a little bit of cheating, but like 500 words it doesn't matter in the end, so I'm just gonna ignore that and continue on with that, you know, my nano count being what it is, and it'll be great, it'll be fine. And from here on out, starting tomorrow with chapter 2, it'll all be totally new, and I will probably not be able to do a chapter a day from here on out, because like 5,000 word chapters, that's too much to do in a day. Successful first day of Nano is done. Good morning, friends. We are here on the second day of NaNoWriMo, and I am taking an early lunch break, and I'm gonna try to get my writing done now for the day, though since my goal is more like 2,000 to 2,500 words instead of 1,667, I might have to finish tonight, but I'm gonna at least try to get 1,000 and something words done during this lunch break, and we'll see how it goes. It's the end of my lunch break. It was about an hour of work, and I did okay. I wrote 1,151 words, which is not my best hour, but it's not my worst hour, so I will have to write more tonight. Hopefully another 1,000-ish words tonight whenever I get off work and eat dinner and all of that. Well, it is very late, but I managed to get my word count in kind of right at the end. I was pretty low energy, but I took a shower and I was able to think about how I wanted to end this scene, the first scene of chapter 2, which I just finished. So now I am over 5,000 words. I have 5,619 written for Nano, and that was 1,896 today. So we'll see if I'll be able to finish the chapter tomorrow, but at least I made decent progress, and that's really good. And I surpassed 5,000 on the second day, which is also great. It's 10 p.m. and I haven't written yet, and the election is terrifying right now, and I like have been staring at my blank page. This is actually the issue with the fact that I finished a scene yesterday, is then I now have to start a new scene, and I just don't even know. My head is just I thinking about this book right now is like the existential dread is real right now. And we'll see in the morning. But I'm scared. And I I'm having a hard time. Well, hello there, my friends. It's right after work on Wednesday, and I'm feeling better than last night, that's for sure. There's still a lot of anxiety in the air, but it's better. And that's all I'm gonna say about the election. So let's move into sprinting. I have a Twitter group, a Twitter querying group, even though I'm not querying anymore, but I'm still part of this group because it's one of my writing communities, and we're gonna do some 20-minute sprints, so I'm gonna go for it. I did end up writing a little bit yesterday. I wrote 10 words. It's great. So I'm right now at 5,629 words, and I'm not gonna attempt to like make up for yesterday by doing more today. I'm still gonna aim for my like about 2,000 that I'm gonna be trying to aim for most days that I can. Yesterday was just a wash and we're gonna ignore it. So I'm gonna do some sprinting and we'll see how that goes. Time. I wrote 287 words, which is far from my best 20-minute sprint, but it was words, so we're just gonna do it again and see what happens. I did better that second sprint. I got 497 words, so very close to 500 words, and I'm now at 784 for the day so far. So, you know, another 1,300 words to go, but it is basically dinner time, so I'm gonna take a break and I will be back probably right before bed. Hello everyone. So I took a shower, as you can see, and I was thinking in the shower about what I wanted to do for the next scene, and I got out and I wrote a little bit more, just a little bit. My word count for the day is at 947, so I think I wrote 100 more words. So my total word count is 6,576, and I think I need to stop here for the day. It's so hard going from like a very polished draft editing revision process to a new draft again. And it's just like compounded in difficulty by all the election stress, and I have not been feeling great today, the past couple days. The fact that I'm trying to write an adult fantasy for the first time, and there's just a lot more complexity than I'm trying to weave in, and I'm finding it a struggle, but I think it's a struggle partially because of the compounding issues, as I just talked about. So it's a lot, and my mind is just kind of like going off in a bazillion directions, but you know, it's only the 4th day of Nano. I got to 6,500 words. I'm not behind. I think, what am I supposed to be today? Let's see what I'm supposed to be today. The word count for today is like just over 6,500 also, like 6,600 something. So I'm basically on track. If I stop here, I mean like a couple hundred words behind, but in the end, that doesn't really matter. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter being like, wow, this is a hard first week of Nano, and you know, I did great on Sunday, but I have definitely experienced a very difficult time trying to get my word count in. It's kind of like a really sad place to end this vlog, but I am going to be trying to upload vlogs for every 4 days of Nano this month. So inevitably, there's gonna be days that aren't very good, and since it's only 4 days, they're gonna kind of stand out, and we might end on them or start on them, and that's, you know, whatever, that's real, right? The writing process is never completely smooth. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this one. I will leave links in the description below to causes that need your support. I think now more than ever, please check out Black Lives Matter. There's a link for a card that has a bunch of different resources. Please, please, please check that out. If you want to support my channel, like and subscribe, and all of that. Please tell me how your first 4 days of Nano went, and I look forward to chatting with y'all in the comments.